Get on in here. Get on in here. Hey everybody, welcome into episode 2 of Get On In Here, a community podcast by me. Hey folks, it's Elmer Fudd Games. Lovely to hear, see, feel, touch, smell. How you doing today? Oh baby, we're feeling good. I got the day off today. I got to have a homemade breakfast burrito, a slice of pumpkin pie, took a big old dumparooski, all right? And now I'm here recording a podcast. Listen, that's the way you should start every day, in my opinion, okay? Pumpkin pie, delicious, huh? A little homemade breakfast burrito. You got your eggs in there. You got your taters, huh? You got your bacon bits. Not the bacon bits, that's for doggos. You got your sausage, you got your chorizo. It's just all in there with some homemade green chili smothered and dribbling down your chin. Sorry, I'm getting a little aroused there. Oh, folks, hey, once again, welcome in for episode 2 here. I'm very excited to be recording today. We have another Elmer's Glue segment today, a beautiful moment in the community that brought everything together, that's forming us together like Elmer's Glue. Hey, what's up? That's the way it is. And a new segment, Fuddy Buddy, where I pick out someone in the Discord who has really, lately really touched me. Been amazing to have them in the Discord and whatnot, which I want to do this weekly. Definitely call some people out. It's super fun. Again, every time anyone talks in the Discord, messages anything, DMs me even, it just means the world. It's super freaking cool. Also, a review on the Fortnite tournament. We had this last weekend. Some upcoming information on events. Some stuff happening tonight even. And we'll move on from there, folks. So without further ado, I think we should just start with this last weekend, which was the Fortnite tournament. It'd be the third Fortnite No Builds tournament. Things were looking rough at first, putting this tournament together. We had a lot of people who were unable to attend this time. Things were looking bleak. But as per usual, day of tournament, quite a few teams registered. I did make a post over in the Apex Legends tournament Discord that I do to see if anyone, wanted to jump over. It's free. It's for fun. You guys have been a part of these tournaments. It'd be really fun, as a lot of people have jumped into Apex for the first time, to be with you guys if you guys want to jump into Fortnite. And so we had a couple teams of Apex gamers who were like, sure, I'll give it a whirl. Registered a team, downloaded Fortnite. It was their first time playing. It was super cool, super fun to watch. Mr. Lazarus the Lich was in the booth shoutcasting with me, the space lawyer of the Destiny community. And he did such a good job. That guy's energy is just, it's just fantastic. His brain moves so fast. There was no like, hey, maybe get used to how this works. He wasn't nervous at all. Just jumped right in out of the gate, discussing gameplay, making jokes about things on the fly, bouncing back and forth with me. I've never witnessed Laz drunk before, and that guy gets toxic as hell when he gets drunk, and I loved every second of it. This is one of the really fun parts of bringing different people into Shoutcast all the time, is you get to see more of someone. You have, some things in the Discord over text, or you see them in chat, or, we've done raids together, or maybe we've played a couple matches in Apex or Fortnite or whatever with whoever I'm casting with. But to just spend 2.5 hours nonstop talking to each other, it's so fun to get to know them at a different level. And yeah, Laz drunk, incredible. The dude was just shit-talking everybody, calling people out for messing stuff up out of nowhere. He was so, polite and uplifting the first half, and then as he drank, it just went on the other end of the spectrum, and it was incredible. We had Whiskey Sticks, who I'd mentioned during the Blue Laser Apex story was my co-host on the last Apex tournament. He was one of the guys who was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll check out Fortnite. I'll download it. I'll play for the first time. So normally these tournaments will do a shot every time someone gets a win. And because it was his first time playing, we're like, hey, we'll take a shot every time you get a kill. And he was kind of nervous moving around the map, playing kind of safe. And the second someone mentioned to him that we had said that, he was like, I'm going for it. I think he got like 6 kills over the night. So that was 6 solid shots right there. Yeah, it was just so much fun to watch that happen. We had a team had to back out in the middle. Sadly, they had a family emergency happen. Again, I hope everything's okay with you. If not, please reach out. And then on the other end of the spectrum again is we had, for the first time ever in one of my tournaments, all right, I've done, 16 Warzone tournaments, 3 Apex or 3 Fortnite, 33 Apex, 2 Destinies. That's a lot of tournaments under the belt. But we've never had a team rage quit a tournament ever in this last weekend during Fortnite. For the first time ever, a team rage quit during the event. It was phenomenal. They were having, obviously, if they're rage quitting, they're having kind of a rough night, right? It was a little off. One of my favorite groups out there, Mr. Fin Fang Foom Gaming, Purple Tie, all those gentlemen. They're so much fun to watch if you've been a part of these tournaments. When we're watching their stream, they have all of their cameras turned on in their Discord call. So everyone's on the stream, you know, laughing and having a good time. Their vibes are always insanely fun. But they were having a rough night and they started cussing each other out, cussing the game out. And they're like, I don't know if I could take any more of this after they died in a match. And we'd moved on to another team after, of course, we listened to them rage for a while. And as we looped back around to their team, we click on the stream. We're like, oh, they're not live anymore. So I go to the Discord channel there and I'm like, hey, did you guys rage quit? And like 20 minutes later, one of them finally comes and goes, yeah, it wasn't happening. And it was so awesome. I can honestly say we've never had anyone rage quit a free for fun tournament before, and that brought me so much joy. I love when people are cussing each other out. They get angry. Obviously, you know, we love awesome moments and uplifting things and great communication and teamwork, but we've had a few rage moments that are just priceless. This reminds me in, I think it was the 30th Apex tournament. We were watching Caustic's Tasty Cakes. Fantastic team name. But they got to a point, I think they died with like 1 kill. And one of the teammates was like, are you fucking serious right now? You guys are an embarrassment. They're watching us right now. 30 people watched that happen. All right. I don't want to be seen with you. You guys are embarrassing me. And it was like a 5-minute rant about how awful they are. And the guys on their team were trying not to laugh the whole time because they understand how incredible that moment is. But, oh, I love it so much. But anyway, moving on to the tournament. Again, the gameplay was so much fun. People were slaying out, hitting some crazy shots, really great maneuver. It's really fun to watch people play at a level that you cannot attain. That's one of the reasons I do these tournaments, because it's fun to. I don't learn anything because I'm still garbage at video games, but it's so fun to see live in these events, like what people can actually do in games. It's super fun. But so at the end of the stream, we were about to announce the winners, and someone was like, "Fudd, are you even wearing pants?" Because I'd moved my leg and someone could see my knee. And I was like, oh, I have shorts on. And they were kind of short because I'm a slut. And so I lifted my leg up and slapped my knee. And as I slapped my knee, the stream crashed. And we couldn't get it to come back up. I don't know if my internet seemed fine, but I couldn't get OBS to reconnect with anything. And we tried a few times. It'd be like 10 seconds here or there of us going, hello, is it fine? As we're obviously too drunk to actually figure anything out. And so we finally, luckily, Just Glad to Be Here, twitch.tv/Just Glad to Be Here. Incredible friend. Fantastic. Way better streamer than I'll ever be. Definitely go check her out. But But so she was in the tournament and she was live and she had her team in a Discord, right? She's like, hey, go ahead. We'll pull everyone over to my stream, which is A-okay. Jump in my Discord, turn your cameras on. We'll be quiet so you guys can do the end of the tournament stuff, announce the winners, do all that stuff. And then, you guys can bounce. You can get that information out. I was like, awesome. Oh my God. Thank you so much. So those poor individuals in her Discord, as me and Laz are trashed, right? We jump into her Discord, slurring, screaming, laughing, crying because everything's broken right now, And luckily, everyone did jump over to her stream so they could kind of see how, one, check out her stream, which worked out beautifully. Two, be able to, hear the final scores. We could do our MVPs. Very important stuff for all these tournaments, right? So I think we overstayed our welcome there after we finished doing, announcing the winners and everything. We said, all right, well, we got to go put kids to bed and whatnot. And he had to go to bed because he had a golf game early in the morning. And then it was one of those moments all of us as gamers understand where we say, all right, I got to go. And then 10 minutes later of bullshitting, all right, seriously, I've got to go. And 8 minutes later, no, seriously, I got to leave. So we were there for a half hour into what she was attempting to do next. And I kind of feel bad and I apologize. But all in all, it was a fantastic tournament. I had some of the best random ass questions throughout the tournament. We had to fix stuff on the fly all the time. Again, huge shout out to Mrs. Fudd, my beautiful wife, for doing the scorekeeping during everything while doing kids' bath time, getting them ready for bed, and the scores were done on time through all of it. Absolute legend of a woman. Huh. So that was the Fortnite tournament this last weekend. This coming Saturday is the third Destiny 2 raid marathon. We discussed that in great detail on episode 1 with Last Wish, Crota's End, and Deepstone Crypt. A lot of people are, I don't know if they just actually have life stuff happening, but I'm starting to get some DMs the last couple days. People saying, yeah, something came up with my family. And again, I think you all are just scared of Last Wish. What's wrong with you? It's not that bad of a raid. So it's just fun to watch people fall apart out here. That's all I'm saying. They probably do legitimately have family stuff going on. I'm just teasing. But we do have a couple teams registered, so I am excited to see how this goes. I want to kind of run a Last Wish raid before the night because it's been a hot minute, and I want to be up to speed on everything as people are running through. Obviously, the Riven cheese is A-okay. No one's going to do Riven legit. I don't want to make people do Riven legit because it's for fun. The devs at Bungie don't even do Riven legit, so why would I make these guys do it? Every other encounter needs to be legit, but the Riven cheese is the only cheese allowed in any of these tournaments, or any of these marathons so far. So I'm very excited for that. Laz is joining me again for that. He was gracious enough to step in last minute for the Fortnite one. It's a weird part of the year. Scheduling's tough with people, and Laz was an incredible guy who jumped in. So I get to spend 2 weeks in a row with him. We'll see if he gets as drunk this coming Saturday. I certainly hope so. So that'll be a good time. The weekend after that, once again, is Warzone 2 with Tango co-casting. Co-casting. Nailed it first try. God, I'm the best. So definitely register for that. This is, again, a fantastic season of Warzone. I talked about that in Ignasium last episode. But something else I'm very excited for as an event is tonight, actually, Tuesday night, October 17th. Every October, for the last probably 3-4 years, we always get together and we play Friday the 13th, the game. Now, the game itself did not sell well, right? The developers kind of gave up on it very quickly, but it is exceptionally fun. The servers are still running, bugs and all. So it's always a pleasant experience, but we get to jump in. One person is randomly selected to be Jason. Everyone else is campers. Obviously, the goal of the campers is to not die and to escape the camp, right? So there's cars spread around that you need to either find fuel, keys, and a battery for it. Or there's a boat, you need to find keys and fuel for it. I think there's another way to escape. Oh, or you call... No. I think that's the only 2 ways you can actually escape. There's also radios spread around. You have to get batteries in. You can call in help. So if a player actually dies, they respawn as a guy with a gun who can actually come in and help you. You can actually kill Jason. It's just very difficult to do. And then obviously the goal of Jason is to murder everyone in the camp. And there's probably 20 different variations of Jason you can unlock and level up and unlock different abilities. So depending on which version of Jason everyone chooses, it's a whole different experience as a camper. Some of them have a javelin, some of them have a machete, some of them have a spear, some of them have like a chain. Some of them can teleport, some of them can turn into like a phase ghost and move around. Some of them can actually not sprint, but kind of jog. Some of them can break through walls. There's just all different levels of skills and abilities and whatnot. So it's really fun because most everyone will play a different version of Jason. And so whoever gets picked, you can tell based on what they look like, who is Jason, right? And then the person who's Jason will always mute. I think he mutes and deafens in Discord. So you can't hear anyone else, and the campers are talking to each other. But it was fun. It was really fun early on that before anyone had anything unlocked, we were all just the same Jason. And she'd be sitting there playing, and everyone would be like, "Who's Jason? Is it you? Who? Okay, who's not talking? Who's not talking? Try to figure it out, And it's always a good time. We've only been able to escape a handful of time as campers. It's very difficult to win as a camper, but it feels really good when you do it. But the laughs are always nonstop. The screams that turn into laughs, yelling at, your friend who's Jason. Don't you do it. Don't come near me, And the music gets more intense as Jason gets near you. And it just, it's such a fun experience. So for sure we have Blue Laser, who I talked about last week, Mrs. Fudd, who is my wife, myself, and then we usually have a good smattering of individuals from the Discord. We usually get enough people where you can rotate people through. It's always a good time. I know Blue Laser looks forward to this every year to an extreme level. My wife actually brought it up a couple days ago. She's like, "Hey, I don't know how to bring this up, but I really want to play Friday the 13th. And I was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry. I forgot to tell you. We have it scheduled for this Tuesday." So it's something we all look forward to every year. And I'm super excited for tonight to get into that. I'm very excited for that. So yeah, that's upcoming events right now. I discussed last episode that Fortnite had been rough to me on the wins section, right? It's been it's the best season Fortnite's had in a while, probably since the ooze, the goo. What was it, the silver goo you could turn into? Anyway, this is a fantastic season of Fortnite. I've been having a ton of fun. Matchmaking does feel really good. I'm getting kills every match. I'm getting top 10s, whatever, or top 5s. I'm feeling good, but I'm not winning, right? So after the tournament, a handful of people from different teams were like, "Hey, let's all jump together and play." I was like, "Hell yeah." So we all jumped in. One of them was my MVP pick because he absolutely slayed out all night, had great humor, obviously extremely skilled at the game, and nothing really bothered him. So I was like, sweet, this will be great. I was very drunk the first few matches, so I was just there for moral support. Everyone else obviously slayed out. Once I kind of chugged water, started sobering up, I was performing better. We wound up with 3 wins that night, so I finally got my Fortnite wins. Oh, feels good. It's been a rough patch, and I was worried that it'd never happen again, but we got 3 that night. Every win I actually had, I think like 7 to 9 kills, which I felt really good about, especially with guys that are slaying out with 15, 20, whatever, So I felt like a part of the team, good communication. I really, made some new friends that night. It was so much fun. So yeah, mad shout out to Mr. Banana Man, to Moonbeam, and Little Hate Breed. I had a really good time playing Fortnite with you guys the other night. So that's what we got going on there. Let's go ahead and, again, I don't have stingers, and I've been told as feedback to not actually get professional stingers and music and to make it up on the fly. So it's time to move over here to Elmer's Glue. Glue, everybody. Come together, sing with me today. Glue and you, glue and me, we stick together like Felicity. Who's Felicity? Why is she sticky? Don't answer that question. We don't need to know. We don't need to know. All right, Elmer's Glue, everybody. Again, just a shout out to something going on in the community that's been fantastic to see and holding us all together. And I absolutely need to discuss an actual, this time is mostly a channel in the Discord, not a particular person. But for a long time, the Fatty Rabbit Hole, which is an incredible channel, right? Posting all this food, all this fatness that we're engulfing into our bodies, and I love it. But right above it is actually Ferg's Fitness Feature, a channel that sat there dormant for a while as we're all just posting food, which is actually hilarious. But recently, Ferg's Fitness Feature has really kicked up activity. A few people like Sweaty Spooks, Mitchy Slaps, The Third Will, myself, Cheesy are, really working on some things on ourselves and uplifting each other. And it's just been super active with like, all right, here's what this intake was today. Here's how many steps I had. Here's how many reps I had. Here's how, what my cardio was or what I've given up. You know what I mean? Some of us have given up soda. Some of us have given up energy drinks. Some of us have given up spouses. I'm just kidding. No one's given up their spouse, But yeah, no, it's just been super awesome to watch everyone come together and uplift each other. And people are confident posting pictures of what's going on, where they were a few months ago, where they are now, every couple of days getting updates. It's been super. I don't know how the word I want to use. My heart feels warm right now just thinking about it. I'm all fuzzy inside. It's just so nice. People are giving each other pointers and tips of this has worked for me. Oh, I tried that, didn't work for me. But if you tried this instead, that might work for someone else. It's just been fantastic to watch. And again, just huge shout out, Sweaty Spooks, Mitchy Slaps, The Third Will, Cheesy, just really uplifting each other and just being confident in who they are and really working on becoming, the best version of themselves. So that's been fantastic the last week and a half or so to see that popping off. So I really wanted to hit on that for Elmer's Glue, my friends. All right, time to jump over here, folks, to Fuddy Buddies. Who wants to be a buddy of the Fuddy? That was dumb. Let's do better than that. Let's try again, folks. All right. So why don't you take a step back? Let's take a seat. Let's take a deep breath together, okay? That was a good breath. Let's take another one. Okay, sorry, that was a velociraptor or a TIE fighter taking a dump. Either way works for me. All right, Fuddy Buddy. That was way better. Just saying Fuddy Buddy twice, I feel really confident about that. Once again, Fuddy Buddy is someone I just want to mention each week in the Discord who's been fantastic to have around. It could be someone who's been around a while, it could be a brand new individual, but someone they really have added to the community and I love having them there. So for the first Fuddy Buddy segment, I got to go with Undead RL, capital RL at the end. I believe found me through Destiny stuff, joined, it was a couple months ago, but has just been extremely active in, the stream, super active in the Discord, saying good morning to people, keeping up with conversations with people, moving things along, just being a positive influence, being a great dad. It's been really great to get to know Undead a lot the last couple months here, honestly, for sure. So that's the first Fuddy Buddy I want to call out is Mr. Undead RL. Legit, just absolutely love this individual. Check them out. I don't believe they stream because this is not something I'm sure of, but I am going to click on them in the Discord real quick right now to see. It looks like they do have a Twitch channel. So that is twitch.tv/undeadrl. Looks like most of their highlights and stuff are from last year. Don't think they've done much this year, it looks like. But I'm going to follow so I can find out. They have not mentioned anything self-promotion or anyways in the Discord, so I was unaware. So now we're going to find out together, folks. Just followed Undead RL. Yeah. Right. Next up, folks, we're jumping over into my Discord. Podcast questions. You got questions? I got answers. Ooh. All right, folks. Coming in first from Bill Nye's Bowtie. There's a podcast? Question mark, buddy. Pal of mine. Yes, there is. It exists. It's here. You're actually currently listening to it right now. Coming in from Mr. Cheesy with 5 E's. Describe a time where you had a blast. Just to for sure have a great time blast at work. Ooh, I actually didn't read the last 2 words. I thought it was just going to be in gaming question. At work, a blast at work. Honestly, this was a long time ago. I just converted to being a regular carrier from being a city carrier assistant, CCA, at the post office. I had my own route. And there was a series of time where we were waiting hours every day for parcels to be done. I don't know if we just didn't have enough clerks to organize things. Everything got there late. But we'd come in, put our routes together at the case, organize loose mail, all that good stuff, that whore mail. And then we just have to be waiting for like an hour and a half for stuff. So it got to a point where a lot of offices in the area were having the same issue. So the supervisors would go into the Mac room and have a meeting with all the other supervisors at the offices. And we were unsupervised. So at first it just became people would listen to music. We'd put on someone had like a little projector. We put a movie on, whatever. It was a really fun time. But yours truly, Mr. Elmafad, decided, hey, we should have a fucking jousting tournament. So we got a couple rolly chairs, a couple long tubes. This is a terrible idea. HR would have a field day with this. I shouldn't share this. So my real name is actual Gloria Estefan, and I work in the field office in Winnetonka, Minnesota. So human resources for USPS, that's who I am. My employee number is 1792. So, folks, I think we did it. But yeah, so we got a couple tubes and some rolly chairs, and we'd have 2 people, or a person in each chair, and another employee. Again, we're all adults, pushing the chairs at each other at very high speeds. And it was legitly fall on the floor laughing as people would either be really intense and go for it, or fall out of the chair on purpose, or run away, or scream and throw the tube in the air and just cover their faces and flinch. It was like a gut busting laugh. Good time. And then a couple weeks later, they finally got everything figured out, and it never happened again. But yeah, for a brief moment in time, holy shit, that was fun. So thank you so much for those questions. Those are the first couple questions we've had in the podcast questions channel. Again, folks, in the Elmer Fudd Games Discord, scroll down. I want to make sure my personal stuff is kind of underneath all the discussion features, and then all the gaming news discussion and whatnot. I'd make content. That's what everything is mostly started around. But the main emphasis is for everyone to get to know each other and get together. So all my personal shit I have kind of towards the bottom of the Discord. So scroll down to FUD content. You'll see where I post the podcast episodes, my live streams, YouTubes, all that stuff. But there is a channel for podcast questions. And for sure, throw a question in there. I will answer them every week. I'm checking my email just in case there's one in there. Again, elmerfuddgames@gmail.com. I do not see anything at all there, folks. Just a bunch of things from Stream Elements and Twitch and Kick and Robert Space Industries. Oh, my wife. Oh, she shared her location with me on Google Maps. Look at that, folks. We're doing it, friends. Yes. But yeah, so there we go, folks. I think that is going to do it here for episode 2 of Get On In Here. That sounded really aggressive. I want it to be more friendly. Let's try that again. Thank you again for listening to episode 2 of Get On In Here. I think we can do it better than that. Hey, everybody. Thank you just ever so much for joining me here today for episode 2 of Get On In Here, a podcast about the community where I want you folks to get on in here and get comfortable and understand some great things going on, some events coming up that you could be a part of, some things going on with me, because, well, honestly, I think I might have a problem, and I might crave attention a little too bad. I think I need it and desire it more than the average individual. I like to say that it's not about me, but I think at the end of the day, I kind of want it to be. I just wanted to be honest with you in this moment here and discuss that. So, there it is. Oh, wow! Okay. Once again, seriously, folks, thank you so much for listening. I've got a ton of really good feedback from episode 1. I finally was able to post it in my Discord, YouTube, all that stuff. The feedback has been so good. A couple DMs with some great reviews from a couple really close friends and some people that are also close friends, but people I did not expect to have listened at all. So that was a huge surprise. It's been so fantastic. Again, my heart's full. Just from episode 1, the growth has been insane. So I'm excited to see where this could go in the future. In the future, here's what you can expect, folks. This could be the last solo episode ever. No, just kidding. We'll do a few more out there. But episode 3 next week, my friends, will be the first episode of Get On In Here where we have a guest. And the first guest of Get On In Here obviously has to be a man I game with every Monday night. A man who is a mod in the Discord. A man who is a mod in the channel. A man who is always active and pumping people up and has the most contagious laughter in the world. The man whose energy fills my gourds with love, passion, and I don't know what the fuck a gourd is supposed to be in this moment, but that's what it is, folks. It's Mr. Cheesy with 5 E's. I'm so excited for that, folks. Again, post questions for Cheesy in the podcast questions channel. I want to ask questions specifically for him from you guys, aside from just the stuff I have lined up for this interview. As for myself, folks, I'm Elmer Fudd Games. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all those places at Elmer Fudd Games, double M, double D. And until next week, hey, why don't you get on out there, be better, make the world a better place. Or get on in here to the Discord and make my world a better place because it's dark and bleak and I need your attention. Okay, outro song beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't know what I'm going to do. This has been Get On In Here, and now it is over. All right, fine. Get out of here, you filthy animals.